He's in the box.
All right, so we're here today with Mark Muncy. Hey, Mark, how are you doing today?
Pleasure.
It is so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So I hear you're the guy that writes all kinds of amazing horror stories about Florida.
Yeah, we do Erie, Florida, which is our travel guide to the Sunshine State, the dark side of the Sunshine State. It's all the myths, monsters, legends, and the history behind them.
Yeah.
Best-selling novel from History Press, and then the sequel came out, Freaky Florida, last year. And then our third one is actually coming out in September of this year. So we are super excited. So it's been a lot of fun. 12,000 miles, haven't left the state yet.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, there's probably a ton to write about. You do a lot of research on all that then?
Oh yeah, we've been, I ran a haunted house for 20 years in St. Petersburg called Hellview Cemetery.
Oh.
And we started originally collecting stories for that. We wanted, instead of having a werewolf jump out at you, let's have the Florida Dogman, or let's have the skunk ape jump out at you. And then, our vampires were based on historical characters. Madame Orr, an infamous bordello owner in Tampa, that her bordello got burned down by the Rough Riders. So I'm like, yeah, we're using this. That's Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh my God.
So that's where we started it, and we actually did a book. Elizabeth Abbott and I did a book on that for the haunted house, and that was just filled with haunted house pictures. But they were our spooky versions of the stories, the stuff we did for the website. And then after the haunted house got shut down by the city because we were a little too scary, then we were like, what are we going to do with all these stories? And then the road trips came about. We went to all the places, and then for those monsters that wouldn't pose for pretty pictures, my lovely and talented wife and illustrator brought them to life with all these wonderful sketches that you see there. So very scary stories to tell in the dark vibe.
That is awesome. Well, is there anything new that you want to maybe talk about that we can look forward to?
Well, the third book is coming in September. So we have Eerie and Freaky. And if you're following along, you can probably guess the third title. It's Creepy Florida. And it's all ghosts. In the first two books, we had a few ghost stories in each one. But this one is all ghosts. Now, for our fans who are like, well, what about cryptids? What about monsters and stuff like that? We found cryptid ghosts, and we found some crazy ghosts that there's my favorite, I think, so far is the Brooksville Bridge, which is not Brooksville Bridge. I'm sorry, I completely forgot the name of the bridge. Brooks Bridge, not Brooksville. It's up in the Panhandle, and this one, on the full moon nights, a pack of ghostly wolves runs across the water under the bridge in the north of the Gulf of Mexico.
So cool.
We thought this would be the craziest story. Nobody would know about it. We were so happy we got this legend. We get out there, it's full moon night. There's dozens of people lying because so many witnesses have seen this thing and want to see it again. So,
well, we're coming up on a full moon, so, if that's what you're into, absolutely.
Destin, Florida, Fort Walton Beach area, we expect some video.
That is phenomenal. Well, I really appreciate the interview. Thank you so much for taking your time.
It was an honor. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the other side.
Sounds good. Thanks. Pleasure.